Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. I'm the Magi and welcome to Midweek Magic, where I want you to grow your collection by winning 2 free Rare or Better ICRs each and every week. This week's Midweek Magic faces us with building a 60 card constructed deck using only cards from the brand new Avatar: The Last Airbender, as well as cards in Foundation. So I will be showing you how to do this not only simply, but on a budget. But before we get into all that, this whole Midweek Magic thing has become a bit of a tradition here at the Stronghold, and it all started with our crack team of researchers discovering that we were the only YouTube channel making consistent, proactive, and timely Midweek Magic coverage. And here we are years later, and it appears that we're still the only ones out there doing it for the budget community. So be sure to subscribe to the Planeswalker Stronghold so that we can be here for you every chance we get. Now, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, right. All right, guys, lean in close. We got some super secret tech here for you. The trick to doing an event like this on a budget is use what you have. Just because they are giving you an opportunity to build a deck does not mean you need to go out and craft a bunch of cards or buy a bunch of packs to open. Simply use what you have. And the reality is, even if you haven't opened a single Avatar card just yet, you probably have more than you might realize. Because of course, all of the Foundation starter deck cards are legal for this event, meaning even if you started Arena today, you can participate. And of course, on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you've been around Arena for a while now, like me, you probably have some reprints from Avatar that you may not even be aware of. And regardless of which version of the card, it is perfectly legal for an event like this. The specific reprints that come to my mind are Corrupted Court Official, Epic Downfall, Heartless Act, and of course Lightning Strike, which altogether give you a pretty good reason to look at Rakdos. Of course, the real zen of an event like this comes from putting together a deck using your existing cards and allows you to thereby conserve your future resources, and also allows you to begin testing any Avatar cards you have added to your collection thus far. And it turns out that the Avatar: The Last Airbender draft archetypes for Limited align very well with the starter decks for high synergy opportunities. Specifically, the Blue-White Flyers deck, the Blue-Red Spells Matter deck, Red-White Go Wide Aggro, as well as the Red-Green 4 Power or More Matters are all perfect alignments. Not to mention that Blue's tendency to reward you for drawing your second card per turn, Red and its love of the raid mechanic, as well as Green's tendency towards +1/+1 counters and landfall triggers. This all comes together for an opportunity to explore deck building while maintaining your resources once you have identified real needs, as opposed to just jumping on the bandwagon for an event like this. You can easily put together a number of different decks here using just your starters and whatever Avatar cards you might happen to have, allowing you to begin testing those new cards as well as develop and improve your existing budget decks. Speaking of cards you should have from Avatar, I hope you've had the opportunity to participate at whatever level you have determined is right for you with the jump into Avatar semi-limited event. This works like a general jump in, but not all of the cards are standard legal, which means they also aren't going to be legal for this event. But about half the pack is legal, and about 1/3 of the packs give you an option of getting a standard, legal, rare, or mythic. It's definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. I personally did about 3 of these events on my free-to-play account, and I think somewhere around 7 on my primary, where I'm a little more interested in non-standard cards. Additionally, thanks to patron support, I've been able to get in some extra early limited this Avatar season. And I've been opening my packs pretty much as soon as I get them in order to create content for my new channel, Pack-A-Day Habit. Check it out if you haven't already. But truly, this is one of those do as I say, not as I do moments, because I absolutely assure you that statistically the best thing to do is to hold your packs until after you have finished drafting a set. And in the case of Avatar, the first quick draft window for Avatar: The Last Airbender bridges the months of November and December. So honestly, you should be able to do your drafting for both of those months within just a couple of days, schedule permitting. We, of course, don't know what January is going to look like or if Avatar should or will be our focus. Now, that having been said, when I look at the rares and mythics that I've accumulated on my primary account thus far, you see a pretty decent little red deck potentially coming together with Firebending Ascension, Firebending Student, Zhao the Moonslayer, and Ran and Shaw. In fact, there's probably 3 different decks there that are all kind of competing for resources, but maybe for an event like this, it is good enough. Now, in white, we've also got some stars here. I've got 3 copies of Momo already, 3 copies of Airbending Ascension. We've got a Suki, Courageous Rescuer, and Appa, Steadfast Guardian, all of which look to do a lot of potential work around standard over the coming months and, dare I say, years. When we look at the collection a little more broadly, we see that managed to accumulate about 130 lower rarity cards in addition to those 20-something rare or mythics, and that it is pretty comfortably spread across all 5 colors, with blue being a little behind because I really didn't draft blue in Jump In for various reasons. And as one might expect, the free-to-play account is a little thinner in resources. So there it is, guys. Those are my thoughts on this week's Midweek Magic, and I know you're probably wondering, what am I going to be playing? And the truth is, as I am currently recording this about 5 days before the event will actually occur, the truth is, I don't know. So you're just going to need to tune in to my live stream on Tuesday night right here on YouTube to find out the answer on that. And of course, the free-to-play account will more than likely be played over on Twitch on Wednesday. Hope to see you guys there. And hey, just in case you didn't catch all that, Matt would like you to know that the deck list that we discussed in this video is going to have a link down in the doobly-doo to take you over to Aetherhub, along with a link to any other alternative lists that you might wish to consider. He only asks that you give it a little thumbs up when you're over there checking out the deck list. And I plan on live playing this event on Wednesday at 11 a.m. over on my Twitch channel. So definitely stop in and check it out. Because the Stronghold is so much more than just a YouTube channel, and you can find links to all of our other social media outlets in our profile. Because at the end of the day, we're all budget players. And as a community, we're stronger together. So like, comment, subscribe, follow, do all those things to show a little love. It's appreciated more than you know.